Personal development now to get us ready for the marketplace. Success is something you attract by becoming an attractive person. What would make you an attractive person in the marketplace? So you have the best chance to get the best job, to get the best pay, to have the best opportunity, work with the best people, be welcome at the best tables of learning and enterprise, to sit at the conference table of promise and future. How do you get there? Some things to remember. This first little part I call acceptable and unacceptable behavior. Now, part of our learning affects us in the marketplace. The skills we've developed affects us in the marketplace. You might have had to go to school to work in a certain segment of the marketplace. If you're going to be a doctor, you've got to go to the proper school. If you're going to be a lawyer, you've got to go to the proper school. But there's something else now that affects us all in the marketplace that I want to deal with here, and that's called behavior in the marketplace. Not just your skills, not just your learning, not just what you know, but how you behave. Key phrase, the things that make you obviously a good person, an acceptable person, or unacceptable. First of all of us must study our marketplace as to what might be acceptable or unacceptable. But let's cover some of the obvious, and that'll lead to the rest of the list. I've just got 3 or 4 here to cover, and then you can think about the rest and ponder those. Here's one thing to remember in the marketplace. You must be ultra-conservative in the marketplace. Ultra-conservative in your behavior, because this determines your future. This determines your paycheck. This determines the circles you can get into and the ones you can't get into. I've got some examples here, and you'll see where I'm going. Here's number 1, your language. The language you use in the marketplace has so much to do with your paycheck. Now, in some areas, that may not be totally true, where you could use bad language and tell dirty stories and cuss all day long and it wouldn't make any difference. You know, if you're around people that cuss all day long and tell dirty stories, what difference does it make? Doesn't make any difference. But if you would like to exercise your skill and ability in another segment of the marketplace, here's one thing you might have to correct, or you might have to at least watch carefully, and that's your language in the marketplace. So jot this down. Be ultra-conservative in your language in the marketplace. Otherwise, you may destroy parts of the market that would gladly accept you and your product and your service if your language wasn't so unacceptable. Guy says, well, I'll tell dirty stories and cuss wherever I please, and I'm not saying that's wrong. I'm just saying it'll cost you. In some areas of business in the marketplace, it's going to cost you. Here's a guy that makes $100,000 a year, could make $250,000 easy. The other $150,000 disappears because of his bad language in the marketplace. He's unacceptable in some circles. They won't listen to his story, even though he has something good to share. So you see where I'm going here? Language in the marketplace. Here's what's the safest. Save your jokes for the bar or the pub. Don't put them on the marketplace. Or the inner circle, you know, where all the stories and stuff may be acceptable as you trade stories. But in the marketplace, you've got to be ultra-conservative. Shift gears if you have a problem. Shift gears, especially in the marketplace, and make sure that it isn't costing you a big share of your marketplace unduly. Because there's no use suffering an extra $100,000, $200,000 a year income simply because you're careless with your language in the marketplace. So of all the places not to be careless, it's in the marketplace concerning your language. So do you see where I'm going here?